Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Steve's Wrestling Ramble. Apologize there for the little short thing there. I hope everybody's having a good evening. I did 3 videos today, so I certainly am a busy guy tonight. Also, I went outside, had to shovel 3.5 inches of snow. Tomorrow, I go back out there, probably another 4 to 5 inches. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, I'm sure I kind of am, but it is what it is. I live in Wisconsin. It's what I have to deal with. If I didn't want to deal with it, I should have moved to Florida when I turned 18 or something, or stayed in Hawaii when I was in the military, in the Army. So, I am complaining a little bit, but I also understand it is what it is. But I love Wisconsin. I love it, because I have my family here. The state of Wisconsin itself, even though it can be cold, stone cold, tomorrow, or not even tomorrow, I think Sunday is going to be really cold again. I think the high for Sunday is going to be 5 below, air temperature, and wind chill about 25 to 35 below zero. Trust me, you can check online, weathercenter.com, search, I don't know, anything Wisconsin Rapids, Rhinelander. I mean, they're all not going to be the same, but, search in Wisconsin, you'll find out that it'll be a cold, cold day on Sundays. Varying temperatures, but if you just look at a state map, or go to WSCW.com, go to WSCW.com and look at the weekly forecast and see what Sunday is for the viewing area here, or WAOW, those stations out of Wausau area, downtown Wausau, which is the big city. It's like Milwaukee North, becoming like Milwaukee North here in north central Wisconsin. I live near Wausau, but not in Wausau. But anyways, point is, I know I say that enough times. I almost did again. The point being is that that is what's going on. So we have 3 inches now. Probably gonna have extra 4 inches, but that's not what you guys are here. I'm not a weather channel. I'm not meteorologist Steven, even though I am interested in it. I always watch the weather, whether it's a simple snow system or a simple rain system in the spring or fall, summer, and whatever. I always care. I'm always watching the radar. I'm always watching the news, even sometimes radio if I have to. I'm always on top of it when it comes to weather. Like I said, whether it's a simple system that's coming through and not anything serious or whatever, where others might not care at all, which is whatever. Or if it is serious and severe storms and tornado watches, or in winter, there's blizzard warnings or blizzard watches, whether it's serious like that, or simple rain shower storm in summer, or 2 to 3 inches of snow in winter. I'm always on top of it. I'm always watching radars. I'm always keeping an eye on Twitter handles of my local local meteorologists and the news channels and stuff like that. So I'm big into weather. I mean, I could do a video about weather if I wanted to. I'm not a savant about it, obviously. I don't have a degree in it, and obviously I'm not a meteorologist by trade or by skill either, to be quite honest. No training in it, no schooling in it. Because trust me, there's a lot to learn, a lot to know, a lot of verbiage, just like verbiage in the military, just like verbiage there is for mechanics, verbiage for many positions in this world that are out there. Verbiage like doctors and nurses, tradesmen, and others. Verbiage for each job. There's verbiage for meteorology as well. So, but I still am big into it. I'm still on top of it, I guess, so to speak. Yeah. I do also apologize that I am unable to get into not in my Skype, but into my chat here today. I certainly would like to, but I assume, since I'm doing this a quick episode, I won't be getting a lot of views, or at least a lot of live views. Hopefully a lot of views, but maybe not a lot of live views. So those that do watch live, I know I have a couple here. Looks like four total, which is, hey, good, something. It's something, right? But then again, it's my own fault for the timing I have to do it and with other things. But, life is life. There's other things that are higher on the priority scale than podcasts. I mean, I hope this to be my job. I hope to be able to be a broadcaster as a career. But as of right now, and with other things in life, with family and others, like with my grandmother back in October when she was sick and in hospice, and before she passed away, obviously, things were more important. I'm sure there was episodes of whether this show or other shows that weren't on time or weren't the best episodes because my mind was somewhere else. And I do apologize. Yes, I do, because I always want to put off my best effort and A+ work and all that other stuff. But it is what it is. And just like any other person, we're all humans. We might be YouTubers. We might be ones more successful than others. Like I'm slowly gaining. I'm almost close to 100 subs, almost 100 subscribers. But even successful YouTubers, there's still people too, right? There's still men and women of this planet, of the United States or worldwide. There's still people. There's still men and women. There's still should be respected in that way, but also not have to set them on a pedestal, I guess my point is. And that's even for me, if I ever do become something and grow my channel to, let's say, 100,000 subscribers or even just 1K. You got to get to that mark where my friend Raunchy Mikey was before whatever situation brought up, and now he's restarting his channel. My co-host Raunchy Mikey and Mark Ramble are unable to make my episode because A, I'm doing this at a random time and a random day, and B, they have other things going on in their lives too. Like I said, there's things more important. I understand that is life. And as a boss, I guess you can say, I'm technically a boss of this show. Just like they're their own bosses on their channels. I understand that, and I'm not going to chew them up for it because that would be the stupidest thing I ever could do. So I just want to say hello to my co-hosts. Stay safe, have fun, have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you guys on Sunday. I'm sure we'll be talking on Twitter back and forth during the pay-per-view. Roadblock, end of the line. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Of course, like I said, this is going to be a short episode. It'll be done here. I wanted to, obviously, as I usually say, I want to have episodes. I want to have my videos for the weeks, which include, at the very least, my 2 podcasts, NFL and WWE. I want to have them done by the end of the week. So by midnight Eastern. Now, I know they'll be done for sure by midnight Central Time locally, but midnight Eastern, because it seems like the world goes around by, the United States by the Eastern clock, the Eastern time zone. So that's because the big businesses are there and all this other stuff. But by the Eastern time zone, and I wanted to make sure that it's like the shield and glove. But anyways, so let's get into predictions, or maybe I'll just talk about news. The UK title. I was unable because Skype, wants to go full heel on me, I guess, and not work. And I wasn't able to be part of Talking WWJ's news and rumors episode the other day, yesterday, being that other day, Thursday. I wasn't able to be part of that because Skype wouldn't let me back in after we finished doing our predictions episode. But I wanted to give my thoughts here. I did give it on Twitter, and I shared it to them at Talking WWJ, at Stephen A1181. Again, that is at Stephen A1181, and at Talking WWE with just the letter J. So those are those guys, and I tweeted out to them my original thoughts, and I'm going to expound upon that a little bit here. Like I said, I'm up against the clock here trying to get this done and posted before midnight Eastern. But it's something I know, a novel idea. I'm looking forward to it. It's awesome. Too bad Wade Barrett's no longer in WWE. Could be part of it. He still could be if WWE was thinking about it, because technically they're taking people from other companies. But I like the idea. But as I said in that tweet to Jay and Stephen A, that it could also open Pandora's box. Like what's that for other countries and other things? Like, should we just bring back the European Championship in the WWE for Raw or SmackDown Live and have the European Championship for the rest of the countries to feel special? Are we going to have I like it in a way because the United Kingdom is awesome, and the United Kingdom, they do have pretty rabid, awesome fan bases there. I know a couple of guys there from whatculture.com, and What Culture Pro Wrestling. Ross on Wrestling Twitter, King Ross, Jack the Jobber, and a little lesser known or knowing of the bosses there, the Adams, Adam Blampied and Adam Pacitti. But still, the UK, United Kingdom, in a way, does deserve it. But like I said, Pandora's box could be opening a can of worms. Whatever saying you want to use for this is what I'm trying to say here. I like the idea. It's awesome. UK deserves it. I'm not saying they don't. Congratulations. But what does that mean for the rest of the nations? The rest of the nations that have fan bases just as well. Should we have talk about big fan bases? Japan. Should we have a Japanese or Japan specified championship and tournament for them? And then have it as another show for the network? So where does it end also? It's, again, can of worms, Pandora's box, whatever saying you want to use. That's kind of what I'm equating this to, at least to my eyes. Again, this is just my opinion. If you think differently, let me know on Twitter at WWE_podcast or in the comments section below this video. You're welcome to leave a like as well, whether you agree or disagree, but leave a like because I guess that helps here on YouTube more so than comments and views, I guess, likes and shares and stuff like that. But anyways, point being, great. But where will it end? And if that's the case, I probably want to see the European Championship back. I want the hardcore title back. I'm on the opposite side of thinking that my friend and fellow co-host Stephen A is, because he wants there to be less, which is fine. I respect that. I don't question it. I don't, whatever, because it's his opinion and he feels strongly on that. I, feel strongly on my side. But in this situation, like I said, it's a good idea for the UK, but and awesome for them, and I'm sure it's going to go without a hitch. It's going to be awesome, just like CWC and whatever. But how is it also? But then you got to think about how is it also going to work after you have this tournament, after you crown a UK champion, and if it becomes a show, then are you signing other people to have a full roster for this UK championship and for this UK show? Specify that's going to be taking place there. And with anything like a big company, everything can be outsourced to or people that are there locally, and let them do things. Let them, some of their people, be commentators and stuff like that. Maybe one of my friends at wallculture.com might be signed with WWE for a short time to commentate for the shows. Probably not. I think they already had some news of who's going to do it, like Michael Cole and others. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. But again, I think it also could lead to something else, to bigger fishes to fry, so to speak, if you know what I mean. So that's really the biggest news going on in WWE. Beyond also Brock Lesnar, his situation being fined. I kind of saw that coming on everything. Zack Ryder being injured and out. Emelina not debuting on Raw. What the heck is up with that? What's up with that? As a Hurricane used to say in WWE. What's up with that? Hurricane character. So I don't know. That's kind of fishy with those two. And those two, I guess, are supposed to be broken up or not. Maybe they aren't broken up. They just didn't want to be showing too much on Twitter and otherwise on social media. They want to be more private. Maybe Renee and Dean got into their ear, which is fine. Hey, Renee Young and Dean Ambrose, that relationship, Dean Ambrose being my dude, my favorite superstar, current WWE superstar, and Renee Young being as beautiful as she always is, and awesome at what she does, and being the lead host, or being the host, of course, being the host of pre-shows and talking smack as well. Hopefully, one of these days, she will be the first woman on the commentating table for Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live. And with her doing talking smack, it probably would be more so, at least for now, SmackDown Live. And that's not some people would say, okay, if she makes it and is the first woman on SmackDown Live, it's lesser of a thing if it was Raw, because Raw is the big show. Raw's the flagship, as Vince McMahon has said in promos and otherwise. And I'm sure in real life, WWE sees Raw as bigger than SmackDown Live. It's just, as it's been seen with how SmackDown was treated before going live, before having this brand extension. So I just wanted to, I guess, share about that, even though I didn't plan to. But anyways, like I said, I have to do this quickly. I really wish I could have a long episode. I really wish I could have people here. But I'm going to get right into it with my predictions for WWE Roadblock Actually, I shouldn't call it Roadblock. Roadblock. Also, I want to give a shout out to Lazy Booking Podcast. Since I do, even though I am doing a quick show, I did want to give them a shout out. I did just get a couple of tweets. You can follow them at Lazy Booking PC. Again, that is at Lazy Booking PC. Like I said, I have so much things going on today and other things in my life that I forget that I, do daily or weekly shout outs to them. So I apologize, guys, that I didn't do this right from the top of the show. But again, at Lazy Booking PC. And from there, you can follow each of them individually. Excuse me. Actually, let me. Nope, I didn't have to click on it. Gosh darn it. I'm upset with myself. Anyways, you can find them again at the Lazy Booking PC, and you can follow each individual. Billy, the host, at Fight Billy Fight, like Fight Owens Fight. Cool. I guess I can assume that Kevin Owens is his favorite WWE superstar. And when I am on their show for the Royal Rumble prediction, if they'll have me there or afterwards, or maybe even sooner, who knows? That is up to them. That's their team. That's their show. They'll decide when they want to have me on the show. But at Fight Billy Fight, I assume Kevin Owens is his favorite. At Chrome Movement, Chrome Dome, at Chrome Movement, at NATO 0519, Mr. Nate, who's a Oakland Raiders fan. Go Raiders, Raider Nation shout out. And at Poor Choices, the fourth member of the team there at Lazy Bookie Podcast. You can check them on YouTube, youtube.com/Lazy Bookie Podcast. Just search on YouTube. You'll find it from there. It's not that hard, right? But you can find them there for Lazy Bookie Podcast each and every week. Sometimes they do other videos. It's not just once a week. They have other things going on there. So check out their channel and you'll learn from there. What other things they have in the works, what other videos they want to do, what other fun, like their episode of the other night. Again, the other night being last night. Since I didn't do my episode, I was watching theirs and watched it in full from start to finish with Nate and Billy. And Bill, I guess, Nate and Bill. Those two fine gentlemen, awesome dudes. But those two doing an episode, and they were having some fun. They were also talking about a lot of news, not just WWE, other news and other promotions in wrestling. So they are not only are they good people, smart people, but on their shows they certainly can have their fun and also be serious too. They do what I like to do here with my team, even though I'm unable to have my team here tonight and doing the solo one-man band tonight. The old way, the way it used to be, just me, myself, and I. But over there with their team of four, usually, it's just tons of fun. So definitely check them out each and every week. Like I said, follow them on Twitter. They'll let you know when things are going live or if things are delayed or whatever. Keep up to date there. Lazy Booking Podcast. I plan to go to WrestleMania, meet those guys in person, and have some fun. Maybe you might see me in some of their videos on their channel. And I don't just mean for being on their show as a guest via Google Hangouts here from me live from Wisconsin. I mean actually in person on their channel in a video at WrestleMania for a super show of Lazy Booking Podcast, like the Lazy Booking Podcast and the Steve, with Steve Wrestling Ramble. I was trying to think of a fancy name to put those two names together. The Lazy Steven Booking of Rambling. No, that was kind of dumb. Anyways, but a super show between Lazy Booking Podcast team and Steve's Wrestling Ramble team at WrestleMania. Or as I said when I was a young kid, Grapplemania. I don't know, for a couple of years when I was young, I called it Grapplemania instead of WrestleMania. I don't know. That was weird. Anyways, let's get to predictions for WWE Roadblock end of the line. It better be the end of the line for some of these feuds, but we'll see. But I'm certainly looking forward to it. And I'm certainly also looking forward to maybe actually winning a prediction battle for my own show. I mean, we last pay-per-view we were able to have our first the last pay-per-view here, in December, the first one for TLC, WWE TLC 2016 edition, SmackDown Live specific brand pay-per-view. We had our first battle for my team and Raunchy Mikey at Raunchy Mikey. Michael Brennan, he took the number one spot in his doing well. So when we get into 2017, we'll actually have a battle. I'll keep tabs as the boss, as the host. I'll keep tabs and make sure and also, if the team of Lazy Boogie Podcast is watching this live right now or archived, they're going to be part of my Royal Rumble pool along with my team. Some YouTubers actually agreed to be part of it, and I randomly picked some WWE superstars, male and female, WWE superstars to be part of it, just for the goof, to be cool, to be awesome. And I picked superstars that are frequent users, let's just say, their Twitter handle. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll actually be interested in, and we'll see how that goes. Plus, I actually have gotten a couple people already interested, showing their interest. Actually, some other podcasts, other people, and other YouTubers, they're going to be part of it as well. So YouTubers, fellow wrestling podcasters that I know, to include Lazy Booking Podcasts and others, that I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to it each and every year. I wish I had more dinero, more money, to give tangible prizes for people. But for right now, the prizes that people get for winning the Royal Rumble pool are bragging rights. You are able to, for one full year, from when that bell rings for that Royal Rumble, and your number was right and you win and yada yada, when that bell rings to end that match, to when the bell rings for the next Royal Rumble match for the next year, not the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, but the Royal Rumble match for the next year, to start it off, and the whole spiel, they, give the rules and stuff, that winner and that person gets to give me suggestions for videos or suggestions for podcast segments. They also get an open invitation to any episode. Not like, any of these people never ever had invitations. All these people that are so far part of my show, anybody can join, but it's part of the winnings is that you can be on any show that you choose. You just have to let me know 48 hours, 24 hours at least, at the very least, in advance, that you want to be on a specific show. Even if it's just, heck, it can be the Royal Rumble review show right after, if you're the winner, and you pick that one right away. There's no limit to it, as many times as you want for the year. So those are my prizes for the Royal Rumble pool. And I look forward to seeing who wins. Because I always enjoy it each and every year. Always true, staying true. And it's certainly going to be tons of fun. But like I said, I have to get to these predictions so I can get this uploaded by midnight Eastern. Because I guess the United States, the world, everything goes around Eastern time zones. So let me get to the let's now get to the pay-per-view and the matches. That might help, right? You might want to know what the matches are. Otherwise, look like a, what. Also, I found out from my friend at Talking WJ, host of Talking WWE with Jay, Fastlane, WWE Fastlane is going to be a Raw brand exclusive pay-per-view. Now, maybe people already know this. Maybe the team over there at Lazy Boogie Podcast already knows this, and maybe they talked about it last night in their episode when I went away for a couple of minutes, because stuff happens. But anyways, but WWE Fastlane is coming to Wisconsin. Yes, 2016 edition of WWE Fastlane will be at the BMO Harris. I was trying to do it all special, like the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Fastlane, awesome. Now, all I have to hope for is when is the next time the state of Wisconsin or the Bradley Center or whatever gets a Royal Rumble, or will it ever get a WrestleMania? I don't know about that, but you can always dream, right? Minnesota's going to get one. Then again, they put in a new stadium, millions of dollars into it. They deserved it more. That's why they're also getting a Super Bowl. So, all right, there you go. Anyways, that's why Green Bay might not ever get a Super Bowl, because it's outside cold, because Super Bowls are in February. So, yeah. Even though I would love that, but let's not get off topic too much. Okay? All right. Fastlane, my predictions. Okay, so first we have Mark Ramble's predictions. He has, I'll just go through his winners, and then I'll go to, okay. Mark Ramble has Big Cass, The New Day, Swan, Rich Swan, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Sasha Banks, Roman freaking Reigns, I guess. Roman Reigns, and yeah, that'd be it. That'd be 7 matches there. Mike. Right, I'm actually Mikey. I'm still waiting for his picks. He'll have them in before the pay per view starts, of course. But I don't have them as of right now to say here on air. But my picks are as follows. First, we have Big Cass versus Rusev in the pre-show match. I'm going Big Cass. Just with him defending his friend's honor. I know that might be simple reasoning, but that's my reasoning. Big Cass over Rusev. Taking title match, New Day versus Cesaro and Sheamus. This one was the hardest one to pick. Like WWE, and with New Day being a heel now, or face, but kind of heel, whatever. And with fans like me that are getting old and tired of New Day, they could string along just to mess with us, or that section of the fan base, us. I'm going from there. I'm going to go with Cesaro and Sheamus in my pick. I just think it's time. End of the line should be the end of the line of their reign. They broke the record. Whether they're ever going to admit it or not, which they won't, in spite of demolition, because they joined the lawsuit, the frivolous lawsuit against Pro Wrestling Entertainment, their concussion thing, kind of like the NFL, and those former players in a lawsuit that is just as frivolous, in my opinion. Again, just my opinion. If you disagree, let me know on Twitter, or in the comment section below this video, below this podcast episode video on my channel here. But yeah, I'm gonna go with them. Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman, 10 minutes is just gonna be a 10-minute time limit, and if Sami gets to it, it's a no contest. Like, how exactly is that gonna work? I'm gonna go with Braun Strowman. I'm gonna actually pick Braun Strowman, and I say he wins there in the last couple of seconds, kind of like the Bret Hart Shawn Michaels Iron Man match, where it was 0-0 to the end, and Michaels wins, and the boyhood dream comes true. This one not being a title match and not being a last man standing match, but still with a time limit. I'm going to go Strowman getting the win in the last couple of seconds, getting the 3 count, and leaving 1 second left. Something like that. So Sami Zayn still stays face, and Strowman still looks strong as he should, because he should really kick the crap out of Sami Zayn, as popular as Sami Zayn is and as awesome as he is, I guess. He's still his size, and Strowman's still his size. And as much as World Wrestling Entertainment is entertainment, because that's part of the name, you still also got to realize, try to, suspend disbelief in things, or belief in whatever. Go with Strowman. I got Rich Swann to retain his Cruiserweight Championship over Brian Kendrick and TJ Perkins. They just put the belt on him. I don't see the other ones getting the titles back. If anything, Jack Gallagher deserves a quick push and maybe be in the title picture sooner rather than later. Seth Rollins versus Y2J Chris Jericho. I'm going to go with Seth Rollins. I see Kevin Owens trying to get involved, trying to help Jericho, trying to rebuild the friendship. Now, as much as I'm liking the Jericho-Owens stuff, it's kind of making Kevin Owens look like a chump in a way, to be quite honest. Like him begging to Jericho. I mean, yeah, Jericho is a living legend and stuff like that, but you're still Kevin freaking Owens yourself, right? And you're the Universal Champion, right? You're a heel. Your personality in that way is supposed to be of not really caring what anybody thinks or anybody says. It's just, I don't know, just making Owens and even his title reign a little less than what it should be, in my opinion. Sasha Banks versus Charlotte in the Iron Women match, even though they're still calling it Iron Man match, but I call it Iron Women match because, hello, they're women. Talented women, beautiful women, awesome women. The top of the women division in all of wrestling, in my opinion. Not just WWE, Sasha Banks, Charlotte Flair. That's just me. End of the line. It's going to be the end of the line for Charlotte's win streak at pay-per-views and one-on-one matches, title match, or otherwise. That's going to end. It's also going to be the end of the line of the saga. Hopefully, as they've been saying it will be. And in the match being what it is, it should be. So a title, being retained actually would be best for business in that way. it's really going to be the end of their feud for now. Obviously, they'll feud, I'm sure, in the future. I'm going with Sasha Banks. And for the title match, I'm going Kevin Owens. I might even do a live review, just a live reaction if things are different. Now, I'll still do a live reaction because I do it through Google Hangouts and it'll be live. But I might delete the video if Roman Reigns doesn't win, or just how it goes in general. But we'll see how it goes, and I might still do it anyways and see how that goes. Or maybe the people at Lazy Booking Podcast or other people might want to join in my live reaction. I know most people tape their live reactions because it's just them live reacting, but doesn't mean I can't have a team or people watching it with me, and up to them, I guess. But anyways, those are my predictions. Thank you all that watch live and will be watching archived as I'm hitting up against the midnight Eastern time. I thank everybody that have watched live and those that will be watching archived. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. Enjoy WWE Roadblock on the Line 2016 edition. And as always, sorry about that. As always, take care.